What is up, boys? Back out here. Well, kind of. One buddy's been over here working on his Bobcat, and just to be honest with you, I mean, after being sick for like 5 weeks, I've kind of just been lazy, not wanting to do anything. But I've been sitting here thinking, going back and forth about working on this some more, or doing the RX7 FD. The RX7 definitely needs a clutch.
So Ian's let me drive the FD. Sorry, Ian.
I'm going to be doing that here sometime in the near future. And then I'm trying to work with a guy. The plan is that he comes here and we do a single turbo kit in like a weekend. The plan is that he comes here and we do like a single turbo kit in like a weekend. Just knock it out, standalone ECU, everything on the RX7. Go with Hall Tech, injectors, downpipe, intercooler, just get everything lined up here, ready to go. He flies out, we just bang it out in a weekend. The 3000 GT, I really want to hear you guys' opinion on this. You guys know I want to upgrade the turbos. I've been saying that forever. And I had a company reach out to me about hooking me up with like some 20Ts. And then I started reaching out to a couple other companies. And you guys know I like IMR. He's a smaller guy. I was talking to Evans. He has a single turbo kit. And he's saying that he's willing to hook me up with it if there's like a bunch of us that want to do it. And he's willing to give you guys a deal, which I like that better, to be honest with you. I could go with like a bigger company that would just give me the turbos. I say I got them from them, and then you guys just go pay regular price if you guys want to do it, or however like normal YouTube thing works. But IMR is willing to do like a group thing. So if we can get a bunch of us together and we all want to do the single turbo kit, he'll give us a banging deal, he said. So I would like to know how many of you guys would like to do a single turbo kit, because it comes with everything from IMR. It comes with the exhaust manifolds, all the piping to get over to here, downpipe. It comes with the oil lines, coolant lines, all that. So if there's a bunch of you guys that are willing to do that, or not even a bunch, if there's a handful of you guys that want to do that, let me know. I think it'd be cool if we did it all like together as a group. And I'll try to do it in the car and not on the lift. I would do like my normal how-to videos and we can just do it all together. Hopefully I can just take the radiator out and get to everything and just hook it all up. I think that'd be sweet. And then I'm going to reach out to another company and see if they're willing to do the same thing. If there's like quite a few of us that want to do the single turbo kit, to hook us up with coil on plugs, give us a deal on them, or at least like a group discount, you know what I mean? Because we all know anything over 28 psi, it just blows out the spark no matter what. This wasted spark coil thing sucks on these cars. And you can hot wire it, and you can get a DHL, but I think the coil on plug is going to be the best bet. That's where I'm at. I want to hear from you guys. Is there going to be like 10 of you that are like, hell yeah, how much for the single turbo kit? And if we can get it like a good chunk off the price, I think that'd be sweet. Do it all together. I'll do my normal videos on like how to. Hopefully we can do it in the car. That'd be the sweetest for those of you that don't have a lift. And I gotta start putting this interior back together. The only reason why I haven't really done it yet is because I think I want to change the ECUs. I've been using the AEM. If I do single turbo, I think I want to go with the Hall Tech. Plus I want to hook up oil pressure gauges, all the safety sensors and gauges and everything. They're not. I'm just running factory besides AFR and boost gauge, and I want AFR for each bank. I want a wideband for each bank. Right now I just got one, and every time I've done plugs since I've done this build, it seems like the front's running a little bit richer or leaner. I can't even remember now, but the plugs always look a little bit different from front to back, and I don't like that. I could just go in there, just add a little bit of fuel to the front or the back, but I would rather be more precise and make sure not just one bank's running rich or lean. Plus I would have to upgrade injectors, so I'm going to have to redo that whole map anyways. And just all the stuff that I've looked into, I think it's going to be way easier to do it on a Hall Tech. And I don't know how much I want to do on the interior. Do I want to leave it looking stock? Or do I want to take this whole dash out, put all those gauges where the factory gauges go? Or, if you've been here for a while, the R32 had all stock gauges except for the wideband and boost gauge, and everything else was in the glove box. And I just had alerts on them so they'd beep if anything ever went low, so you couldn't see them. Everything else looked factory. I just don't know how far to go, where to stop. Like, do I want a short shifter? I really like the Evo 10 seats, and I've been going back and forth. One of you guys actually hit me up on Instagram, said you had them for like $800. I don't think that's a horrible deal, but at the same time I kind of like the factory look. So I don't really know what to do in here. Do I just strip it, turn it into a race car? I know I want to keep this, because that's sick. And if you remember when I did these, I actually don't think I like them there, because I constantly hit my hand on them. So it's like, do I get like a pod that sits up here? I just don't know what to do in here, boys. It drives me nuts. I've been thinking about it for 2 years, and I always go back and forth. Like, this is cool that it's factory, but it kind of sucks. I gotta take the whole dash out if I want to put the aftermarket gauges in here. Like, get like a real good AEM oil pressure sensor, temp gauge. This is boost. I guess I could put that boost gauge over here, but then where do I put wideband? Just have one there, like that, for wideband. Then put oil temp and everything else that I want to hook up in the glove box. And I got a red boot that came with the car, which I don't like, so I want to get a black one. Need a new shifter. And I got all the panels for the back, like all the little containers and stuff. Actually just threw them in here so I won't lose them. So then I'm gonna put this all back to factory. I think I have every piece of plastic somewhere besides this right here. I think this is the only piece I'm missing. I don't know, it drives me nuts. Because I'm like, yeah, let's just take these out and do it. And then 3 seconds later, I'm like, no, let's just put all the other gauges in the glove box so you can't even see them. And I'll just have them like beep or charm or make a noise if they go low. Alright, boys, it's actually been a few days. I've been like super excited about this. I just been looking at stuff online. Like, especially if we do this as a group. I know I've said this like 10 times, but we could try a whole bunch of different things. I'll throw these up in the edit so you can see them better. But like this one right here is what IMR is using. And it looks like you're going to need like a different intercooler setup to do that. But then it's like this guy's using the same kit, and this picture's a little blurry. It looks like we could just use the kit that like I already have on my car to make it work. We, instead of 2 pipes going on the one side, we just use one. And by the way, if any of you guys know about this car, I found this was up for sale in 2018 in Ohio. It's a 94 with a 99 conversion kit, and it's white. I'm like in love with this car. Completely off topic, but if anyone knows where I can find this car, let me know, because I want to buy it. And then like this guy, it looks again, just from this engine bay, like we could use the same intercooler. We just got to add a couple more pieces of pipe, like this 180, and we just got to like piece it together. And then we can get into like, I got a guy that can make different intake manifolds for us. Like if we want to run the throttle body on the driver's side, we could definitely do this. And the cool thing is that like I can do all these different intakes, try them on the dyno, and see which one actually performs better. Like we can even have something made like this. Like I'll make it, I'll try it out, go to the dyno, see if it performs any better. Here's pretty much the same thing, just has a 90 degree where the throttle body's at. This one came out super blurry. These next two are like super blurry. This one's probably my favorite, and I think would probably do the best. I have a guy literally right up the street from me that can make this core for us if we wanted to do air to water intercooler on it. And that's like a simple setup. You literally need that, 90 degree bend, a straight into the box, and then it looks like, you can't really tell because this picture's so blurry, but I would think that it just has a coupler coming off the core to the throttle body. And then we could even put like a chiller system in there or something. I'm just super pumped about all of these. Like this one, I really like this. I think it's just because I like the car, but at the same time, it makes it seem like we could just use the kit that I have. Might just have to change this setup a little bit. Like instead of it being at this type of a bend, maybe just have a little bit more of a 90 degree there and have it. I think we could use the same kit because right now this is resting up against these. If these weren't here, that whole thing could move over and the turbo would be sitting right there. I'm pretty sure that's what he's got going on. And like if you got this kit, we don't need to change anything except for this. Instead of it coming out here, we'd need like that down pipe that everyone already buys now instead of this to be the charge pipe. I don't know if I'm explaining it very good, but the turbo would be here. Well, this is a charge pipe here. All we would have to do is take the charge here, even if you didn't want to change anything, and delete this one that goes up to the back. And then just have it one comes into here. And instead of having this Y here, we could just get a 90. I think that's going to be the easiest. But then at the same time, I think this one doesn't look bad either. Just rearranging everything. Looks like a lot going on though, but some people like that. I think my favorite is gonna be this one. It's not gonna be like super cheap or anything, but to get like a Grady core and then just have it welded up to fit right there. Like we'd have to relocate the battery, which I should have done anyways. I've been talking about it. Put the battery in the trunk, have the core sitting right there, air to water, and then just have that coupler go into the core and then have the core feed that turbo, or that turbo feed the core. Keep our intake temps low. Like I said, we can put a chiller system on there, hook the AC back up, and just have the AC only run the chiller. Man, I am pumped about this. And then, like I said, we can just go with IMR's kit. It comes with everything that I can tell. I mean, I'll double check with them before we do any big jumps or anything, but like I said, Evans is cool. You could literally probably just have everything bolt on, ready to go from him. I just really like this white car. I've never been a big fan of like the 99s, but in white, this thing is sick. Alright boys, now I'm just sitting here talking in circles. That's going to be the end of this one. I'll see you in the next one. And yes, for those of you that have been messaging me and emailing me, I seen that Tommy put out a video. I didn't watch it, but I mean, as long as he's not sitting here just straight up lying on me, I don't really care. Honestly, I'm just tired of people sitting here saying that I'm putting out videos trying to get views. I don't make anything off of those videos. I mean, I just had to defend myself in that last one. And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if I wanted views, I've said this before, I could make a video once a week with his name in it for the next year. And I probably should capitalize on that whole situation. He owes me the money, and I should be like, all right, I'm just going to put out a video. Should have started a podcast once a week and try to recoup some of my money from it. Dang, I'm in love with this car. But whatever, boys. It's being handled. I got attorneys in Connecticut now working on it. My attorney's here. I feel like I just keep saying the same thing, and like people just don't listen. If I file it here, it's going to end up going to federal court, and there's going to be a lot of problems. And I'm still not trying to be that guy. So I'm going to have to do it in Connecticut. My attorney up there that I've been talking to makes it seem like I won't have to go up there. Hopefully not. I mean, if I do, I guess I'll just file federally and just take it all away. See ya.